The U.S. Navy has christened the final Independence-class littoral combat ship, USS Pierre, LCS-38. It's the 19th Independence-class vessel and brings the controversial program one step closer to completion. USS Pierre will join its sister ships in San Diego and then be deployed to the Indo-Pacific region. In this video, Defense Updates analyzes why USS Pierre is a key inclusion to the U.S. Navy. Let's get started.
Before we proceed, a word on NordVPN, which is one of the most trusted VPN brands worldwide that has a no-log policy validated by Deloitte, an industry-leading Big Four auditing firm. NordVPN provides an encrypted tunnel that protects your privacy by preventing external entry to your internet traffic, as well as enabling you to access content that's blocked based on geolocation. Best of all, with one NordVPN account, you can secure up to 6 devices at the same time. Get an exclusive NordVPN deal with massive savings by going to nordvpn.com/defense or clicking the link in the description. It's risk-free with Nord's 30-day money-back guarantee.
The Littoral Combat Ship, LCS, is a set of 2 classes, the Independence and Freedom. Construction of the Freedom class is spearheaded by Lockheed Martin at Fincantieri Marinette Marine Shipyard in Wisconsin, while that of Independence-class ships is led by Austal USA in Alabama. These are relatively small service vessels and primarily designed for operations near shore. During the late 1990s, the U.S. Navy understood that cruisers and destroyers would be vulnerable to attacks in shallow coastal waters. Large warships are designed for open ocean warfare and not for shallow water, where these can be targeted by high-speed boats, missile-firing fast attack craft, small submarines, sea mines, and land- and air-launched anti-ship missiles. The idea behind the Littoral Combat Ship, as described by former Secretary of the Navy Gordon P. England, is to create a small, fast, maneuverable, and relatively inexpensive member of the DDX family of ships. If required, these ships will absorb an attack and protect the much more expensive cruiser or destroyers. The LCS is envisioned to be a networked, agile, stealthy surface combatant capable of defeating anti-access and asymmetric threats in coastal waters. Interestingly, the LCS has a modular design. The vessels can be configured with different modules for specific roles that include anti-submarine warfare, mine countermeasures, anti-surface warfare, intelligence, surveillance and reconnaissance, homeland defense, maritime intercept, special operations, and logistics. USS Pierre has a length of 127 meters, that's 418 feet, and a displacement of 3,104 tons when fully loaded. The warship has an integrated LOS mast, Sea Giraffe 3D radar, and Sea Star Sapphire FLIR. The interior volume and payload are greater than some destroyers and are sufficient to serve as a high-speed transport and maneuver platform. The mission bay is 15,200 square feet, that's 1,410 square meters, and makes up most of the deck below the hangar and flight deck. With 11,000 cubic meters of payload volume, it was designed with enough payload and volume to carry out one mission with a separate mission module in reserve, allowing the ship to do multiple missions without having to be refitted. The ship uses 2 gas turbines and 2 diesel engines to power 4 steerable water jets. USS Pierre has a speed of 46 miles per hour, or 74 kilometers per hour, and has a range of 8,000 kilometers, or 4,900 miles. It will accommodate 40 core crew plus up to 35 mission crew. USS Pierre can carry up to 2 Fire Scouts. The MQ-8 Fire Scout is an unmanned autonomous helicopter developed by Northrop Grumman and is designed to provide reconnaissance, situational awareness, aerial fire support, and precision targeting support for ground, air, and sea forces. Fire Scout surveillance and targeting capability is expected to further enhance the LCS's lethality. USS Pierre will be armed with a variety of weapons. 1 BAE Systems Mark 110 57mm gun, 1 Raytheon CRAM CIWS close-in weapon system, 4 50 caliber guns, 2 aft, 2 forward, 2 30mm Mark 44 Bushmaster 2 guns, part of SUW module, and 24 AGM-114L Hellfire missiles, planned part of SUW module, or 8 NSMs in deck-mounted canisters. Naval Strike Missiles, or NSM, will be the most powerful weapon of the USS Pierre, which gives it robust firepower and the ability to take on much larger opponents. It's the upgrade of Kongsberg's Penguin short to medium-range anti-ship guided missile. The missile has a range of 100 miles, or 185 kilometers. NSM is capable of high subsonic speeds. It has sea skim mode, by which it travels very close to the surface, making it hard to detect and intercept. It's also designed to maneuver to avoid enemy defenses. It's equipped with a 276-pound or 125-kilogram multi-purpose blast fragmentation warhead. NSM features an imaging IR seeker, which is complemented by inertial GPS navigation. The missile also has a built-in database of representative ship types to distinguish between intended targets and other objects. Importantly, it can be used as an anti-ship missile for taking out land targets. NSM is expected to be placed on the decks of LCSs through a proprietary canister launcher. The LCS has been a contentious program. The U.S. Navy is in the process of decommissioning several vessels of both the class due to technical issues or considering them excess to requirements. However, LCS has some specific and vital role. U.S. Navy has about 10 active supercarriers, about 73 Arleigh Burke-class destroyers, 13 active Ticonderoga-class cruisers, as well as several other surface combatants like Wasp-class amphibious assault ships. These powerful warships have made the American Navy's surface fleet to be the most potent one. But there are several passages in the world oceans that are narrow, like the Strait of Hormuz, where even a much less competent force can trouble large warships due to the limited maneuvering space. This is where LCS comes in. Being relatively smaller but very agile makes them more suitable for operations in these areas. The addition of the USS Pierre will significantly improve the combat flexibility of the U.S. Navy in situations where it could face asymmetric threats from countries such as Iran. The integration of the Naval Strike Missile would provide USS Pierre with a lethal surface-to-surface warfare capability, and this also aligns with the U.S. Navy's distributed lethality concept that aims to disperse firepower across different platforms.
Subscribe for more videos like this. Hit the like button if you find the video interesting, and kindly provide your feedback in the comment section. This will help us improve.